Test, test. Yo, let's get started, folks. Hi, what's up? This is Jason from E7 Forge. We are about to knock out Rahel, right? I know this is like a pretty difficult fight for a lot of people because it's very mechanically heavy. We're not going to auto it just because of the mechanics, but we're going to go into what we did with GPT and how we got it to work, right? And what the team looks like, and show you like a pretty easy victory run, right? We'll do a pretty easy victory run. Sorry, just getting things started here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull up some GPT, and I'll show you how we got there. 1 second, bear with me. Ethel. I'm sorry. I think it's this one. I just got way too many ChatGPT threads. So yeah, so I was working on this right. So I had to delete my old Epic 7 project I was doing all this with, so I don't have all of my old threads, but here is the Rahel one because we did that one from scratch. Hey, there we go. Well, not from scratch. We did it from this. So we started with this thread, which is one that I created or had GPT create. Oh yeah, so like I said, I had to delete my main GPT project, and before I did, I was working on Rahel, and I had it write a prompt that kind of summarized what we had learned. Right, that's what this is. So we got it, and I was telling it the last thing we kind of landed on, which is all about inflicting sweet dreams, right? At Constellation Energy 0, which is a very important part of the fight. And so we start talking about some options we could use, and I'm like, we can't use Flan because she's basic right now. Tried Lua, didn't work. DDR isn't developed. At the time, I was thinking that Sweet Dreams was based on debuffs. Now, because again, like, you can read all of the mechanics and get it all yourself, right? But it is a lot to take into account, and I wanted to just come at it blindly, right? With GPT. You know, because, like, if you've seen the other videos in this series, we give it a bunch of inputs and stuff. This one I did by giving it that prompt and then working from there. Now, the original prompt, even, I didn't even use a bunch of inputs. I was just like, here's the fight, here's a video of the fight, let's break it down. And we started looking at mechanics over time, you know. And so we get into the cycle of, see these .mp4s? These are all failed runs. These are screen captures, videos of failed runs that I'm asking it to analyze. And it's like, here we go. This explains confusion. Lewis Sleep was a red herring. And then we start focusing in on zero maintenance and the pawns, right? or 0% in the pawns, right? Which we're going to get into that if you don't know what that means. So I came to, because of this, now let's stop for a minute and have like an understanding of what's going on here, right? We're talking back and forth with GPT and learning more and more about the fight. So, you know, as I learn more, I'm like, well, I need a character that can easily generate souls, basically, to keep that constellation down to 0. So we started looking at some of those, right? And then I'm like getting closer. So this was an almost win, which I think is the ultimate team I landed on. No, it's not. So yeah, basically load the pawn with sweet dreams and then cash it out. That's the cycle of the fight, and we'll get into that. So again, it's giving us some good advice. Don't think about killing them immediately, right? That's not how this works. Guardian timing is irrelevant in this fight, as you'll see. And it thought I was saying, whenever I said lots, it thought I meant the character lots. So I was like, no, bro, lots equal Lady of the Scales. Because basically it said something that was like, basically made me think of lots because of her CR push. And then I was like, well, she's got CR push and she's got heal and she heals with damage. So she does more than what Tamarin was doing. And she's a light unit, we need Shadow for this one. No, we do need light. Yes, so she's a light unit, so that's what she counts towards that also. So I was having difficulty stacking more than 4 stacks of sweet dreams, which again we'll get into that. And it's like, here's some things you can try. Then I was like, if I can't do that, so I can't use Iceria because she's part of a constellation setup. And it's got a few things to try, like I said. So one of the ones that it suggested with Rima was Rima, and we had some okay success with Rima, but it really wasn't doing anything. So then it tried to get me to do something that wasn't even possible, and then it's like, all right, so try this. I'm like, how is that different from the shooting star version? And it said not enough. So again, we're brainstorming, and I'm telling it my problems. I can't reliably get to 5 sweet dreams, right? So we'll break the fight down. So I'm telling it that I can't do something reliably that I need to be able to do, right? And it's like, well, let's work around that. So then I gave it some more. Then I gave it a failed run through of what that shell looked like, and it was like, yeah, this shell basically had its ceiling. We need to do something different, and it gives me some more recommendations. And well, it starts to what happened here? It's like important discovery is this. Yeah, is God in this. Rima is probably not the answer. So then it's like, here's what we should be searching for. Then it's like, stop testing this. Best current shell feels like this, plus flex. And I'm like, yeah, so please give me some flex options, right? So it throws a few things out there, but, and I was trying some of them, right? And as I was trying them, I noticed that Lady would decrease the constellation energy whenever she used her S1 at times, and I couldn't figure out why that was. And we started talking about that, and that's just clarification about Guardian. So here's where we came to the realization that fear is inflicted off of Lady's S1, and that's a non-movement debuff. So that qualifies as one that would decrease the constellation energy, like as we'll see when we get into the rules. The whole point I'm trying to make is Lady's S1 is very important here because it keeps a critical metric in check for you throughout the fight. And this was us proving that out, right? So Then I'm like check this out, yo. If fear prevents movement, we just unlocked the final piece of the puzzle. We need to find someone that can do some of this, right? So it's like, here's some people you can try, and yeah, and it was like, you don't need an AoE stun, and I was like, yeah, I do, because I need an AoE something, right? Because we need to kill the skeletons eventually. Um, so here it's building its plan around what we're trying, right? And I'm trying different looks, and there we got there. But ultimately, what got us there was me taking what I had learned from GPT, right, and going through my units that were available. Because when you look at them um, in this view, let's get to the actual fight. When you look at them in this view, the ones that are grayed out are ones that you can't use. So I just started clicking through each of them and looking at their S1s and trying to find someone that actually had a non-movement ability. Well, guess who that is? Mr. Corvy Corv, right? If we look at his S1, increases damage dealt and inflicts stun on the target for 1 turn. So stun is a non-movement debuff, so it's going to decrease constellation energy. So once we landed on that, again, by working with GPT to get an understanding of the fight, we unlocked easy mode, and I'm about to show you easy mode, right? Now, to be clear, you may not have some of these units, right? Like Lots being the biggest one. G-Perk, Schneel, Corvus. I think a lot of people have those, but Lots is the hardest. I'll give you some alternatives that you could try towards the end of the video, but if you're curious about like what stats look like like we're gonna smoke this run, so just let me know. But here's the numbers they're running, right? And we got him on Proof of Valor. We got his EE. We got Mr. GP. Right, he's at plus 15. Don't forget to use your imprint circuit, folks. Your circuit board definitely helps. Then we got Lots. And she's not even stacked, right? She's like, again, an imprint circuit, plus 15. But I mean, she's 20k health, whatever, 200 speed. I mean, you don't need them lightning fast, right? She's on Guardian Ice Crystals. Now, Schneel. Schneel is God in this fight, okay? And that would be because his S1 is a cheap soul burn, and soul burn decreases constellation energy, which you're going to learn is something we need to do. He has an auto cleanse, which is very important for this fight, and he heals people. So you can just replace this right up here with God when you're on this fight. Again, imprint circuits, don't forget to use them. So yeah, let's dive right in, and I'll show you how easy this fight is with a comp like this, right? So let's talk about the fight for a minute, because you're going to want to understand what you have to do, right? So there's this constellation moon thing up here, right? And the main thing you need to know is how to decrease it. So it says when using a soul burn skill, it decreases it by 20%, right? And every time inflicting a debuff which prevents movement, which it calls out stun, sleep, fear, on Scion, oh yeah, right, I'm sorry, that's when it's at 0, I skipped a line. So yeah, on Scion, right, decreases the constellation energy. Now, why do you want to decrease the constellation energy? Because it inflicts sweet dreams, which we're about to get into. The decreased attack thing is nice, but whatever. Sweet dreams is this buff right here. So the more stacks of sweet dreams that you have on these skeletons, the more damage you're going to do to scion when you kill them, because that's the only way you're going to damage the scion, right? So your goal, your entire goal, is to keep these alive long enough to stack up 4, 5, 6 sweet dreams, then wipe them and watch this bar just collapse, right? Now, there are a few ways you do that, and that's specifically why we pick these characters, right? You get stun from 2 different characters. You get cheap soul burns, which Sneal, right? You get cheap constellation decrease with the free S1, you know, from lots. So a lot going on. So here's how you work this, right? We just want to generate as many souls as we can because we need to use as many as we can. Now, watch what happens to both the constellation and the stacks up here. I used the soul burn, so we know that drops 20% of the constellation energy. Now, constellation energy briefly went to 0, so you can see it got a 3rd stack of sweet dreams, right? Now, here's where you want to burn, and do not target the skeleton here, right? This is one of the more important parts. If you target the skeleton, you're going to kill it, and it's going to do less damage to Rahel than it would with more stacks. So your S1 is just going to go off on her. Same thing with Lady. Do not, you would be tempted to burn right here, right? Because it would give them another stack. But what it would really do is kill them. Because whenever they're stunned like that, or they're under a debuff that prevents movement, they take a lot more damage. Because if you look at, yeah, when attacked, greatly increases damage suffered. So we don't want to kill them yet because we want more stacks. Now remember I said Lady's S1 inflicts fear, 75% chance. So you get free, there you go, free constellation energy going down. So we just got yet another stack, right? Now Corvus, we're just gonna be building up energy. Same thing with G-Perk. What you want to be watching here is this counter, which she just bumped up. Now look, real quick, that's what Snail just did right there. That's one of his God mode reasons to be here, right? But this counter just went up to 3. Now that means the next time she goes, right, she's at the bottom of the timeline, but the next time she goes, she's gonna kill these and not take any damage. So we have to kill them before she takes her turn. Now here's how you think about that. Snail could only kill 1, so we're not gonna worry about him doing it. They're gonna go, they're all gonna become unstunned. Lady is going to Soulburn S1 to mass fear everyone, which is gonna put them back in that, and then Corvus is gonna S3 because his, oh crap, I don't think it'll be up. But so we'll just focus on killing them. So let's think about that, right? If his S3 isn't going to be up, then let's kill him while we can. So we'll kill 1, and we're going to burn to get that constellation energy down. Oh, it didn't even kill it. That's good. So, so a few things going on here. In the first phase of this fight, these skeletons do more damage to her than they do in the second phase. So it's okay to only have 4 stacks. But I don't have to do anything right now. Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry, because she's about to reset. So let's just kill them. Or not. I thought they would have died there. So then we get another one. Oh, well, they're not. Okay. Well, we might have messed up here. Let's see. This is gonna... I don't know that we messed up because phase 1 is easy. It's really phase 2 is the kicker. Oh, but this is good because we're going before she resets. So with Corvus, you want to pop his S3 because that's what activates his S1 stun. So like that's what I was talking about. If you don't kill them, then she kills them. And that was just, I'm talking a lot and not thinking it straight through, right? So that was just an awkward play on my part, but we still got her down by almost 50%. So um, we'll be able to take her through phase one easily, right? So don't forget about your CR push. I could have stacked another Sweet Dreams, but I wanted to get the crew going. So here we go. We get another stack of Sweet Dreams. Oh shoot, I should have S1 there. That was dumb on my part. Although I did get another stun, but no, that was dumb on my part. I should have S1'd because I would have gotten some constellation energy down like that, right? So you saw how fast her energy went down. So, excuse me. We're gonna get one more wave of skeletons before we go into phase two, right? If you look at this counter up here, this verdict counter, if it ever hits 0, then you die, right? But also at certain turns, she's going to summon more skeletons. I happen to want to save up souls and cooldowns so that whenever we get into phase two, I'll be primed to just knock it out. So we're just going to play with this verdict counter and get potentially both sets of skeletons. Well, no. Yeah, you could get both sets of skeletons if you don't kill the second set. Let's just see how it plays out. No point in soul burning here because there are no skeletons right now to give Sweet Dreams to. So we're just building up souls, like I said. And again, so watch Constellation. So see, she didn't hit Fear there because it's only a 75% chance. That's okay. Again, building up souls and building up souls and building up souls and still building up souls. Now, if her souls get to like 50%, then I would soul burn without any skeletons out because you don't want it to climb too high. It's hard to climb back from unless you have Sagittarius or Gemini, whichever one it is, maxed out at level 5. But so again, we're building souls. Now, this is a good reason to run your characters faster, right? Think about what has happened. We've gone and gone and gone and gone and gone, and she's only cycled through a couple of these numbers. And so our cooldowns have reset. We've stocked up a lot of burns. So just, you know, FYI, that is a good reason, as if you needed one, to go faster and faster, right? But we're just saving up souls. So here you would probably be tempted to S3 on Corvus. I wish this pop-up would disappear. Go. But we're going to save it for the next phase because it's going to push us through that phase very quickly, right? So what we will do is just generate more souls. I know that she's immune to that. Again, that's all I was doing. Once more, generating souls. So you can see she's getting close to where she's going to generate some skeletons. So we're going to end up pushing the phase with this wave of skeletons because we've got enough souls and cooldowns and stuff saved up that phase 2 should be pretty easy. I'm just waiting for those skeletons to pop out. I know I could see our push right there, but I'm saving, like I said, everything for phase 2. Again, I could S3, get even more souls, but I'm saving. Alright, so here come our skeletons, and here comes us getting ready to go into phase 2. Now, here's the deal. You could use S3 here, right? But that would be a waste because we only need to kill one skeleton. So what we're going to do is just S1 a skeleton with lots to get fear, and then kill that one skeleton, and that'll be enough to push us. And we won't use any cooldowns, we won't use any soul burns. But we'll accomplish what we try to accomplish, right? So this should fear, and it didn't, of course not. So here's where I could activate, but I'm not going to. As long as we, clear before the timer, we're fine. I'm going to just circle back around to lots again because I want to hit that fear. If it happens again, I might have to waste this. But we still got a few turns, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so this should fear... Oh, wait, crap, no. Oh, it did. Okay, I was thinking maybe this was getting this immunity, but it only stops some. So yes, fear is the Mind Killer, but it is also a stat that you would use in this case to, give them non-movement, which makes them a lot easier to kill. I'm tempted to... I don't think I need to burn here. I think 2 stacks is enough. But let's see. Yeah, so that did it. That pushed us into phase 2. So like I said, and this right here, that little step right there is critical. Like Schneel auto cleansing right there, you won't survive phase 2 if you don't have something like that going on. So let's just knock out phase 2, yo. We're going to let her summon her skeletons to get set up. Now she is at 70%, so we're going to start bringing some of that Constellation energy down. So lots is even, she's like devastating for that Constellation energy. Notice it went down 40% because she got 2 Constellation energies down off of it. She got 1 for applying the fear, so that's 20%, and she got 1 for using the soul burn, so that was 40% gone, right? So now obviously we soul burn and get the extra sweet dreams, get the stun. Now we go into Corvus is about to go off mode, and the whole reason you do this is for his S1 to just plow into her and knock back Constellation energy. Because his stun has to proc for that to happen. Because we want to get up to like 6 stacks on here. And remember, Lady has a free fear on her S1, so if it procs, then that goes down. It didn't, so whatever. So let's see if we get a proc here. There we go. And so we'll get another stack off of this. So we're up to 5 stacks. I'm going to CR push. Probably should have not sold, but did the soul farming there. But I want to cycle back around as fast as I can to Fergus for the stun. So let's see if we get another proc. Yep, see Constellation went down. So Constellation goes down. So where are we at? So I'm gonna risk the so like there's a 75% chance for her to fear. If she doesn't fear, then nothing changes. We don't get another stack, but we have more turns to go before. Well, let's check on Fergus. I think he's got his yeah. So we're gonna risk it. There we go. We got the extra stack. Lovely. So that means whenever so they're getting unfazed. So that means whenever they come back around. Now, it's critical that we kill them before this counter gets to 4, right? Because if she kills them, then we just wasted all that effort. So remember, we're using Corvus for his S1. So let's get some soul train going. Soul train, but yeah, let's now again free fear, free constellation, usage, but we need to get them under control. So this is going to be once again what I said, 40%, right? It's 2 procs of constellation energy. So that went to 0. They got yet another stack. So who do we have coming up? We'll have another lady cycle before they come. We should be able to get a stack or 2 up on them before they come back around. So let's get that down, and then so again, Schneel being God mode there. Now we're gonna get 40% off of this again, and this should kill him. So watch this health bar. Oh, it didn't kill him. Wow, I didn't even use it all. That's funny. So this should kill them. I forget they're tougher in phase 2. Yeah, so like huge chunk. Now we need to do the same thing with the next 2 sets of skeletons. Technically, you can do this fight in 2 waves of skeletons. I don't know if we'll get there. I was just pushing souls there. Again, just pushing souls here. We want those souls to be built up like as much as we can. And let's get some CR push. And abundance, obviously, right? So she's about to summon skeletons, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting that constellation energy down. And I'm gonna wait until she does before I pop his S3. Alright, so here comes the Skelly Bellies, and we about to F them up. So we'll start with some fear. So that's 3 stacks of Sweet Dreams, right, are made of these. Whenever he comes back around, he'll have his stun up. So we're gonna try, well, not get another stack, but we're gonna get 20% down. So here's where you activate his S3 because that lights up his stun on his S1, which brings that down. So there's another stack. Now, let's go ahead and stun here. I don't think this kills them. Crap, it does. So we're we might have just screwed ourselves because I don't know if I can get enough damage off of the last wave of skeletons. Because they won't spawn until this counter is at 1. So between 1 and the next turn, I mean, you essentially have like 2 cycles maybe to get probably 5 stacks on each one of them. Let's see if we can do it. To be clear, I have beat this plenty of times with this team. It does take some understanding of the fight if you're going to do it this way, right? And you can make mistakes, which is happens when you're streaming, whatever. Also, I'm an idiot, so there's that. But I don't think I'm gonna burn here. She should get. Yeah, we got the free constellation down. We're building up souls. Building up souls, letting those cooldowns rotate, building up souls, and again we get the constellation drain. Lots is very nice here. So just pushing through. It's okay. I'm trying to get them cycling as much as we can before that last wave drops because I want to be locked and loaded. Probably should have soul burned there. That's okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, so Neil be schneeling. Dang, he's not gonna have enough fighting spirit yet. So we're good there. Probably could have soul burned. We're gonna save that. And push back, push back, push back. Yay. Let's see, generates 30 fighting spirit. That's exactly what we need, y'all. So we're going to use his S2. That gives him 100 fighting spirit, which lets him activate S3 now. As they do in the Karate Kid, let's see if we can do this, y'all. So, first off, we have to drain some constellation energy. See this? See how it's at a star? Basically, once she goes, it's over, right? So let's just see what we can get. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, we'll see what I'm gonna do, right? So obviously Okay, so here's where it gets tricky because I could S1 and burn, and it would likely kill all of them. The question is that enough stacks to kill her? I don't think it is. But I feel like I'm fast enough to maybe cycle back around one time. If not, we're gonna have a backup plan. I'm trying to get, yeah, I wanted to get that CR down. All right, so let's see if we get the proc. Do we get it? Yep. All right, so there's that other stack. So Schneelberg. Looks like everybody gets to go again. This is why you want your people faster. So we might be in a good spot, y'all. Let's see what we can do. Get a couple more stacks if we can. One more stack, one more stack, one more stack. Dang it, you resisted. So so I don't know if the stack procs on kill. It didn't kill anyway, which I think is a good thing for us because it procs. So that's probably victory. That's probably the match. Oh, look at that. That's some bullshit. So we're not gonna get it. And it's because I killed one skeleton too soon. Yeah, so there you go. Whatever, that's how you do the fight, right? I'm gonna redo it a lot quicker. But you can see like the strategy gets there. I just was talking and made a few mistakes. So let's just do that, and I'll try and burn through it quicker and talk less. But I know that, I mean, that's not exactly engaging content, but we'll do what we can, whatever. So pushing the souls, right? Let's get them there, and then we're gonna try and get. I don't want to kill them yet, so we're gonna try and get we get the CR down. We get the CR down, we get another stack. We get nothing, just a push. We get nothing, just the souls that we're forming. Okay, so here I'm going to kill him because I don't want her to activate. If she activates this, then she kills them and we don't get any damage. Oh well. Oh well, okay, well we cycled through her anyway, so do I have the opportunity to... I don't have a chance to get Sweet Dreams again before... Oh well, they're already... Okay, let's just see how this plays out. Sorry. I'll take this one. Yeah, so we definitely, yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid. So there's something that's out of sync there. Let me redo that real quick because we don't want to start off on a bad foot. I mean, this is the hardest fight in the trials, right, guys? Like, there's a reason people struggle with this one. It's funny, before I went live, I was doing a practice run and like I just cheesed it through, like, I mean, 30 seconds it was done, right? So it's certainly doable. But yeah, we're gonna get that constellation energy down. Same thing pushing souls. So we are going to push CR because she's only at 20%. So if we can get a Schneelerson. Okay, so the Schneel's not going to do it. I mean, I'll do that, but getting the... Alright, so now... And see, I'm still not clear on this. Like, I could kill... Let's see. I'm just wondering if they get that fourth stack. of freaking sweet dreams if they die. But I'm gonna give them the 4 stack anyway. And we're just gonna kill him. So I see that one skeleton with that many stacks did that much damage to him. Now they're not like stunned or feared or anything, so we're almost in the same scenario we were just in. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm doing something wonky with my startup, so I'm just gonna have to burn this and burn this because I want to get that full input in. So now we got some time to play around. Yeah, we're going to generate souls, so we're going to go through a whole cycle of his cooldown if we can. So between him and Lot's free S1 Constellation downing, you know, it should be very manageable. Interesting. I thought she wouldn't drop skeletons until 4, so I guess I don't have a clear read on her skeleton count. Summon, sort of looking for a routine algorithm, I don't know. So, generating show. Let's go ahead and with the fear of lady in them. So they be fearing. Let's see if we can get some sweet. I mean, honestly, there's no need to get another stack of sweet dreams because phase 1, this is enough to kill them, to kill her. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I want to farm souls getting into the next phase. So I'm just gonna let these guys do probably a whole rotation. Like I don't care if I kill these guys or not because I'll get another batch of skeletons before phase 2 for me to kill her, and I want to be like full souls and all cooldowns up before I go into phase 2. And again, like I said, well, supposedly Corvus and Lots were doing double duty on Constellation energy, but that's okay. So like, this will give some more targets. It's fine. Oh hey, courting. Not sure how long you've been here. Yeah, sorry if you're still here. I appreciate you hanging out. Hope you're getting something out of this. It's been fun, you know, clearing every trial using what we do. So let's see, still building up, still building up. Again, it's gonna be okay, guys, if she kills these skeletons, because we want to go into phase 2 fully locked and loaded. I'm just wondering how full, how fully locked and loaded we want to be. So this should knock it down. Nope, that we missed on the fear there. Man, Snail is so good here. So his S3 is up. And if you're not sure why I keep talking about his S3, it's because it grants Indomitable. And his S1 says, when it's granted Indomitable, he inflicts stun. And remember, stun is a no movement debuff. and that decreases constellation energy by 20%, and you want constellation at 0% to inflict sweet dreams, because sweet dreams are made of these, and that's what kills the boss. Just quick, refresher. And I was saying, I'm kind of tempted here to just push into S2, because with his cooldown takes so long to come up. Having it up already kind of makes me want to. So, and we're pretty good on souls, so we're gonna try this. We'll get a few of them. We can get one more. Darn, I was hoping. Oh yeah, that's fine, because we don't have to spend any resources to get fear on that one. So that should do it. Okay, so now phase 2. If you did not have Tennille or the like there, any of your characters that were asleep, whenever she goes next and she does her scythe thing, it like instantly kills any of them that are asleep. So let us do what we gonna do. Come on, knock it back. Thank you lots. Just waiting for her to put some skeletons on the board. Alright, so here come the skeletons. So let's see if we can do this. Alright. So we want to get, I'm aiming for 6 stacks, right? So where I messed up last time was throwing in a CR push when I shouldn't have. So we're just going to try and get the souls proc, the constellation proc, which we missed, but we will get off of this soul. We are going to activate Indomitable, so that we can now have 2 S1s that deplete constellation energy. There's 4 stacks, so we'll go one more time. See, there's me being dumb. I should have S1 there. Damn it. Because then we'd get another stack right there. So hopefully Lady procs here. She did, so we got the stack. That's good. So we're at 5 stacks. And she hasn't even counted up to R here yet, so hell, we might get 7 stacks. That would be beautiful. So let's get... Alright, we got the CR down. We got the CR down. We got... Alright, let's look at what's going on, because... Okay, she's not coming up. Alright, so... Let's get another stack. Oh, she missed it. That sucks! Damn it. Alright, so we're just going to take some out. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, she didn't... Okay, so we'll still get a couple extra stacks on them. That's fine, because she didn't do her thing. So this will be one more stack. This will be the fear. This, so remember, 40%, y'all. See, so that's another stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I wish I would have waited to kill that first one, but that was a bad look on my part. We'll get this one. And this one. There we go. So if you don't do something like that when you're in phase 2, if you kill them when they're on like 3 stacks, you're only going to do enough damage to where she'll get to about right there, right? And you don't get enough skeletons spawned to kill her in that way. So this next batch, we're probably going to kill as quickly as we can, so that we can give her time to cycle through and get us to a 3rd one. By the way, for free, again, I'm not asking for anything. I'm making guides for all of these fights that look similar to this. This is the Ethel one. So I just did the Ethel one. But yeah, there'll be Dropbox downloads free. Give you some info, maybe help you get through this. Same thing. Also make an FAQ document. You know, if you're struggling with this, try this. And I'm also going to give you a prompt to to do this yourself if you'd like, because remember we are leveraging GPT here, right? So let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and burn some energy and get Soul Constellation down. Alright, so let's see how fast we can get these skeletons down with the most amount of sweet dreams. So this is one sweet dream, because he gets the double proc that she gets also because of his stun. Now, let's see. I need them to have more than that, right? I need them to have more than 3 stacks. So thankfully she pushed back. So this will be the 4th stack. Because I was going to kill them as fast as I could, but I need them to have stacks. So thankfully Indomitable circles back around. Remember, that gives him his S1. Now we have 2 units with free Constellation draining energies, right? 2 S1s up. Here goes 20% down. We're just gonna skip because we don't want to kill them yet. Here goes 20% down, so there's another stack. Here goes 20% down. And so we have to ask ourselves, do we kill them now? No, because she's not even close to that. So if we get, so it's a 75% chance we're going to get another stack, right? We didn't get it, that's okay. It's okay, y'all, we gonna get our... Alright, so this will bring up another stack. Now I just gotta try and take them out. But that did bring up another stack. Yeah, because okay, no, we can keep going because she's not going to cleanse them or kill them. Not yet, right? Getting dangerously close, y'all. So... let's see how much we knock off here. Man, I wish his freaking, oh, I could have Arcade right there. So I'll do that. Alright, so that last batch of skeletons she puts out should be enough to kill her, right? So let's let her do that. Let us let her bring her doom upon herself. So that only puts him at 90. I wish it put him at 100. Get some souls. Probably should have saved that for the last wave. My bad. Okay, so let's see what we can do with these guys now. There's 1 stack. Get that down. Should be Indomitable. Yay, it's Indomitably time. Indubitably. So get another stack up. This ought to do it. There you go. Good job, folks. Thanks for sticking with me on this. You know, it took us a couple times, but again, I was talking and not playing, you know, at my best, whatever. I just wanted to show you that team did work, and I will put a guide out, like similar to the other ones, and let me get to, I'll show you how we did this with GPT, just real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right thread. Okay, so we did a lot of troubleshooting and back and forth, but we started with this thread, right? And I'm going to provide a copy of it. It's got a lot of info about the fight, and that's a good way for you to get started, doing this, yourself. Remember, this is, let's just go over something real quick. I'll show you, like, whenever you were asking GPT to help you, this is what you're asking it to do with this fight, right? Break down the mechanics, look at my roster, take into account the constraints, identify the win conditions, and analyze the failures, right? We did all of that in this thread, and learned a whole lot about the fight, right? And like I'll show you, getting that feedback to them is as simple, or feedback to ChatGPT. Sorry. Is as simple as just doing a screen recording showing yourself going through a run. So, like, literally just recorded the match and uploaded this file to GPT, and it literally breaks it down frame by frame and analyzes it and looks for problems, right? So if you want to learn how to do all that stuff, check out my channel. Hit me up on Discord at E7Forge. I'm always willing to help. And I do have videos to help you get started with this process. So yeah, there will be guides put out for these. This does complete the Hell Mode series. We're going to do Nightmare later on in the month. So we'll see how far we can get there. But yeah, thanks a lot, y'all. My lunch break is coming to an end. I'm about to get back to work. But it's been fun. Peace out. I hope you have a wonderful day.